What's up, guys? It's your boy Goblins, and oh my god, they talked about more House of Wolves stuff today and I lost my fucking mind. Okay, so today we had the official tour of the Reef. Yes, the new social space, the Reef. And like, it looks awesome. It looks fucking awesome. Like, the entire time I was watching that live stream, I was drooling. I don't know if you guys tuned into the live stream or not, but it was amazing. Like, so much content, so much cool stuff coming out for Destiny. It's mind-blowing. And when you actually see what they're doing with Destiny right now and the new content, you're like, wow, Bungie's actually listening to us. A couple quick examples of this would be, once again, upgrading legendaries, which you can upgrade all the way to current light level or to damage output 365, which is the new damage output for Destiny, essentially. Now, I'm gonna go over everything that happened chronologically as it happened throughout the entire stream for you guys and fill you in with as much information as I possibly can with as little time as I possibly can as well. Because it was a 50-minute stream. It was a long-ass stream. But it, like, even if you watch this video, it's worth checking out the live stream recap or whatever they have posted up fucking on their Twitch channel. Because, man, like, when you see all the new content, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's awesome. I'm so stoked. May 19th couldn't come any sooner. Okay, so once again, I'm going to go through everything chronologically as they talked about it in the stream. Or as chronologically as I can get, essentially. So they introduced the Reef and the Prison of Elders. And they introduced it as this shady, creepy place where pirates go and venture and shit like that. And there's all sorts of ships and whatnot that are destroyed and all that good stuff. And you as a guardian are kind of going to this shady place where it's like a whole different social space. Whereas the tower is like nice and clean, it's pristine, you know, it is what it is. The tower is a nice place to go to and it looks aight. Whereas the Reef's like sketchy place. Reef is like the ghetto, pretty much. It's like the ghetto social space. And the tower's like fancy, you know, place where people dress up and stuff. I don't, you know what I mean? So a couple things for the Reef and the Prison of Elders is that DLC is not required to visit the Reef, meaning that anyone, if you don't have a season's pass or any downloadable content or any sort, can visit the Reef no matter what. It is a new open social space to everybody. Everybody. Now this means that you can't access all the content, of course, if you don't have the DLC, but you can access the Reef if you want to. It is available. You can go pick up your bounties there and stuff like that if you don't like the tower space. If you like the ghetto, right? Then you can go there instead of the tower. Now, touching a bit on the Prison of Elders, you actually have to beat all the story missions in order to play Prison of Elders. So, unlike, for example, Dark Below, where you didn't have to do any of the story missions to play the raid, in this case, you actually have to. You have to do all the story missions to get to the post-game content, which is Prison of Elders. They've also reintroduced Petra, who is the main story drive and vendor. She was originally in the tower 7 months ago when we first got our Queen's Wrath missions, but now she's in the Reef. Now she's back at home, and she's going to be our main Queen's Wrath vendor and story giver. So, similar to, of course, Eris Morn, aka Eric's mom. So of course, that being said, Petra does have ranks, and once you hit the cap break, you can do things such as buy different types of shaders and different types of ships and all that crazy stuff, of course, that your vendors are going to give you out. So just like Eris Morn, of course. Now the cool part about this is, as a vendor, once you hit rank 3 or rank 4 or whatever the cap level is for her ranking, the things that she sells are actually made to dress you up like your favorite house of Fallen. So like House of Devils has their own shader and their own ship and like all that crazy stuff. So every single house is represented by a different color and a different ship that you can actually purchase and customize yourself with. Next up, you got the House of Judgment vendor. His name is Varix. This guy is a badass Fallen, and he's actually missing 2 of his arms. Because he served under the Queen and, you know, earned the Queen's respect and whatnot, she actually gave him like prosthetic arms, which were like mechanically operated and are super badass. He's super badass looking, okay? He's like fucking awesome. He's fucking awesome, okay? From what I could tell, he was essentially the equivalent to the Speaker, except in the Reef. He is the Warden of the Prison of Elders. And once again, you can buy Prison of Elder gear from Varix via armor and weapon cores that drop in Prison of Elders. So armor and weapon cores are these new items that you can actually obtain through Nightfall as well, and they're used for upgrading and buying all sorts of different gear in House of Wolves. His inventory apparently will cycle every week or something like that, or every 3 days. I wasn't 100% sure on actually what they meant when they said cycle, but from the way they made it sounded like every week or so. So, meaning you've got some time to buy some stuff, unlike the Speaker, for example, who cycles through a lot faster. Also, when they were showing off Varix, they showed a small little clip of what's called the Wolf Slayer's Claw auto rifle, and it is, of course, a new auto rifle. And from what the little emblem can tell us, it looks pretty fucking awesome, okay? So, yeah. Now, apparently someone in the chat asked, where is the Queen? To which Deej said the Queen is actually behind these doors in safety, of course, and behind her guards and whatnot. So who knows if we'll actually interact with the Queen at all during House of Wolves or not, or if they just got this little, you know, space showing that, yeah, the Queen's over here and they're being Sure, she's being guarded by, you know, her guards or whatever, so fucking whatever. But once again, they said the queen was safe behind these doors, where the queen's guard is actually chilling at, so yeah. Now we get to the bounty bot, and the bounty bot is actually the exact same as the guy in the tower. And they didn't really elaborate on if the bounties were going to be different from bounty bot in each social space. But from what I could tell, it seemed like they were the same. It was the same general idea, essentially. They also said that vault space is not separate. It is the same vault as your tower. So once again, that's, well, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. That makes sense in itself. So I don't really fucking, I hope I don't have to elaborate on that, like, really. And they also said that Xur will jump between the tower and the reef. Now, once again, you can go to the reef if you don't have the DLC or anything else. So Xur will go back and forth between each social space, which is kind of cool. You know, it's kind of cool to see our favorite boy, Xur, wander in between places and sell us all sorts of good stuff. So it's kind of cool. And then they went into Trials of Osiris. So Trials of Osiris has been something in the Destiny data files for a long time. We don't really know exactly what it was, but they kind of elaborated on what it was a little bit during the stream until they were like, well, yeah, okay, fucking, we'll tell you more next stream, which kind of sucks. So they showed off that there is a Trials of Osiris vendor and that you are not harmed by the candles around him. So you can jump on the candles and not set on fire because you're a badass guardian and yeah, whatever. Fucking good to know, Deej. Thanks. So Trials of Osiris will run every weekend, Friday through reset. So it of course resets on Tuesday. So it's not exactly the weekend. It goes all the way to Tuesday and then it resets and then you have to wait it out till next weekend, of course. So pretty sweet. Now from my knowledge, from what I've read on Trials of Osiris, it is essentially a more badass Crucible event, where if you lose a round, you are essentially eliminated for the entirety of the week until you can try Trials of Osiris again. And the fucking armor for Trials of Osiris looks amazing. Now, I got a glimpse of a couple things that showed on the Trials of Osiris vendor, such as a consumable to omit the first loss, and another item that made 1 win count as 2 wins. So, you know, that's pretty big, but we really don't know much about what that fucking means until next week, unfortunately. Then somebody finally asked the golden question, well, does this mean that we won't go to the tower ever again? To which Deej said, oh yeah, dude, you want to go to the fucking tower. So we went to the tower, to which they first revealed material exchange at the speaker. Holy shit! Oh my god! Yeah! That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't express to you how many times I've said, you know, I have so many Ascended shards and so much Ascended material that I just wish I could swap back and forth for either armor or, of course, weapons. Like that, you know, we needed that. We fucking needed that. If Earth-born could do it with her Ascended materials, then why can't I do it with these Ascended materials? You know what I mean? So, finally, we got that. It was awesome. They then moved on to the new monarchy and showed off a couple new monarchy items. Weapons such as the Red Hand IX, the Vindicator Auto Rifle, the Elector's Robes, and the Elector's Hood. All of it, once again, looks really fucking cool. Like, the new weapon design and everything is, like, yeah, wow. Wow. Like, the Crucible weapons right now look awesome, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Just a second. Just a minute, okay? The next big mind-blowing thing that they announced as well is that the Gunsmith actually has a purpose in post-game. And that is to reforge your fucking weapons at the Gunsmith. Oh my god. I'm sorry for all the cussing and swearing right now. I'm just too hype, okay? Too hype for House of Wolves. So every single faction and Vanguard weapon you get, you can actually reforge at the Gunsmith for different perks. Just like you can with Lord Salad, or Salad Lord, during Iron Banner, for Iron Banner gear. That's amazing. That's fucking awesome. Now, of course, they have some costly prices they have to pay to reforge it, but who cares? Who cares, man? You're telling me I can reforge my shitty legendary weapon that I really like the cosmetic of and make it something like actually badass? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. So you can reroll all of your weapons until you hit your favorite perks every single time. That's awesome. Buy a new shotgun, you want shot package, you just reroll it a couple times and boom, get your shot package on. Awesome. Now that being said about reforging weapons, there's a lot of new perks. Like a fucking lot, okay? There's a lot of new perks. And while we're talking about guns, they also fixed the Black Hammer. The Black Hammer is actually going to be fully upgradable, and it's fixed now. It's going to be amazing when it's officially patched. It's awesome. So then they moved into the Crucible area and talked about the new Crucible vendor inventory and new Warlock Crucible gear. Now, the new Crucible stuff, once again, is all red. It's all like a badass red color, and it looks super fucking badass. Like, it makes you want that gear because you just worked your ass off in Crucible. You want to take away something more badass. So that's what they made you do. That's what you can do now. It's awesome. Now you guys are probably thinking, Goblins, what about all my, you know, current gear? Like all my maxed out damage output 300 weapons and all that stuff? Or, you know, my Shadow Price, my Vision of Confluence, any Crucible gear I've gotten in the past? What about that stuff? How do I upgrade it? Well, guess what? You can upgrade all legendary and exotic gear. All of them. So you actually have purpose to run Vault of Glass again to get all of Caber's gear if you're a Titan, for example, and fucking upgrade that shit. Oh my god. Yes. Yes! Full light level Vault of Glass gear. That's fucking awesome. And you can go upgrade your Mythic class. And you can go upgrade your Shadow price. And your Shadow price! Shadow price! Upgraded Shadow price. Oh my god. That makes me wish I kept that fucking gun. So mad. So mad. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and the gunsmith's selling telemetries now. By the way, he's selling telemetries. That's pretty big. Once again, the gunsmith has purpose again, which is awesome. Now, of course, these upgrades have to be done with something or ascended with something. And this new economy is called Etheric Light, earned from Prison of Elders and other weekly events such as the Nightfall. So essentially, this Etheric Light item is going to give you the access to upgrade all sorts of stuff and do all sorts of stuff in House of Wolves. So you'll definitely want that stuff. So, now because you guys can upgrade all your stuff by yourself through Etheric Light, Zerd actually isn't going to be selling upgraded exotics anymore. He's not going to be selling the fucking upgrades anymore. So it just makes you think, like, that's awesome, because that means he's going to sell more stuff to fill up his inventory box. So I'm pretty stoked to see what they're going to have in stock for that. That's awesome. And at the very end of the stream, someone asked a golden question. Is there going to be any new ghost shells? To which Bungie and Deej, of course, said no. How unfortunate. Lucky for me, I got the collector's edition for Destiny, and I have the badass fucking red and white shell, so I'm not too mad. But anyways, a lot of you guys don't have that shit, so that does kind of suck. I'd like to see some new ghost shells. That'd be awesome. So that is pretty much everything that you guys may have potentially missed out on that 50-minute live stream. There's a lot of information to take in. Once again, I recommend maybe you guys watch it for yourself, which I'm going to drop down in the description for you guys. Otherwise, I hope I gave you guys enough of an overview just to kind of give you an idea of what House of Wolves is going to have. And that is a lot. House of Wolves is going to be fucking awesome, okay? Once again, guys, House of Wolves comes out May 19th, so we've got a little bit more waiting to do. And of course, Bungie has scheduled streams for every single week, pretty much up until the release. Or, you know, close to that, of course. So that being said, we'll cover their next stream, which is shown on their official website, destinythegame.com, on April 29th, 2015. Now, talking about the website a little bit before I go, if you guys head over to destinythegame.com/expansion/expansion2, which is the new expansion, of course, webpage, there's actually some, like, new armor they're showing off right now. Like, there's a new Warlock helmet that looks like a fucking ram, and, like, a new Trials of Osiris chest piece, and some new Titan arms, a couple new guns. Like, it all looks amazing. I highly recommend you guys check that shit out as well. Here's some screenshots of it really quick. Man, you know, damn. Yes, this is the expansion we've been waiting for, people. This is the expansion for sure. Alright, so I pretty much overstayed my welcome and talked way too much. So once again, guys, my name is Goblins, your favorite person to listen to Destiny stuff about. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like for your boy, and I really do appreciate it. And of course, I'll be back here with some more Destiny content shortly. Take it easy, guys. Have a general good, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out!
On for sides, mister.